Why don't you take action? Why do you analyze every decision until it dies? Why do you spend 3 hours researching something that requires 10 minutes of doing? Why do you replay the same thought loops again and again until the opportunity disappears? Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not careful, you're not thoughtful, you're not strategic, you're trained to think instead of act. And every second you spend thinking is a second stolen from your life. Your mind has become a closed system. Thoughts about thoughts, plans about plans, doubts about doubts. A mental treadmill that never stops moving, but never goes anywhere. While you're stuck inside your head, life is happening without you. Opportunities don't wait for clarity. People don't wait for certainty. Momentum doesn't wait for confidence. And the longer you overthink, the weaker your ability to act becomes. But there's a reason this happens, and it's not a personality flaw. There is a Zen practice, over 1,000 years old, designed specifically to destroy overthinking at the root. Not manage it, not cope with it, not journal about it, destroy it. It's called Hishiryo, which means beyond thinking. Zen masters don't think less than you. They've trained themselves to bypass thinking entirely. They act from instinct, from presence, from a deeper intelligence that doesn't hesitate, debate, or second guess. This isn't mystical nonsense. This isn't spiritual fluff. This is neurological rewiring, a practical method that trains your brain to stop looping and start executing. Before I show you how this works, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below one decision you've been overthinking for weeks or months. I read every comment because understanding what's paralyzing you helps me create content that actually frees you. This video exists for one reason. I'm tired of watching intelligent people destroy their own potential through analysis paralysis. Now let me show you how overthinking dies, and instinctive power is built. I want to tell you about a man named Eric. Eric was 33 years old and drowning in thought. Not anxiety, not depression, thought itself. Eric's mind never shut off. Every decision, no matter how small, triggered an internal debate. Breakfast became a 15-minute optimization problem. Calories, convenience, cost, satisfaction. Clothes became a calculation. Weather, meetings, impressions. Texting someone back turned into a psychological analysis of tone, timing, and possible interpretations. Eric wasn't indecisive because he lacked intelligence. He was paralyzed because he had too much of it. At work, it was even worse. Eric was a data analyst, a profession that naturally attracts overthinkers, but even by those standards, he was extreme. His manager would ask for a recommendation. Eric would disappear for days. He'd build decision matrices, research case studies, model every scenario, and when he finally presented his recommendation, it sounded like this. It depends. Option A has these advantages, but also these risks. Option B has different trade-offs. We need to consider timeline, budget, risk tolerance, and long-term scalability. His manager would interrupt. Eric, I just need to know what you think we should do. Eric couldn't answer, because his mind showed him every possibility at once, and commitment felt impossible. His intelligence had turned against him. His personal life was no different. He'd been thinking about asking out a coworker named Sarah for 8 months. 8 months of analysis. Does she like me? What are the signs? Coffee or dinner? What day? What if she says no? What if it's awkward? What if it works and then fails? The thoughts never ended. The action never happened. Another guy, someone who'd been at the company for 3 weeks, asked Sarah out. She said yes. They'd been dating for 2 months. Eric was still thinking. He'd also been thinking about starting a side business for 5 years. He had a solid idea. He'd researched the market, he'd written a business plan, but he never launched. Why? Because every answer generated 5 new questions. What if I price it wrong? What if I fail publicly? What if I succeed and can't handle it? Eric's mind was a machine designed to produce uncertainty, and one day, it finally broke him. In a company meeting, the team was stuck debating between 2 technologies. Option A, safe but expensive. Option B, cheaper but risky. After 45 minutes, the VP turned to Eric. You're our data expert. What should we choose? Eric opened his mouth. Nothing came out. His mind flooded with so many variables that speech became impossible. 15 seconds of silence. The VP moved on. After the meeting, a colleague said something that cut deep. Man, You're too smart for your own good. That night, Eric realized something terrifying. His intelligence had become a disability. While others were living, trying, failing, learning, Eric was thinking, always thinking, never doing. And all that thinking had produced nothing. Eric searched for solutions, books, videos, podcasts. Just take action. Stop overthinking. Push through fear. None of it worked, because you can't willpower your way out of overthinking. Telling an overthinker to stop thinking is like telling someone to stop breathing. The thoughts are automatic, untrained, relentless. Then Eric found something unexpected. A small Zen meditation center had opened near his apartment. The sign said, "Free introduction to Zazen, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eric almost didn't go. His mind generated 20 reasons not to, but desperation overrode analysis. He showed up. The teacher was a Western man named Michael, calm, grounded, precise. They sat, focused on breathing. Eric expected peace. Instead, his mind exploded. Work, Sarah, the business, food, old conversations, random songs, everything at once. After 10 minutes, Michael rang a bell. How was it? Eric didn't sugarcoat it. My mind never stopped, not even for a second. Michael smiled. Good. You're finally seeing it. Then he said something that changed everything. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts are events happening in awareness. You don't have to engage with them. He paused. This is the foundation of Hishiryo, the state beyond thinking. Eric was confused. How can there be beyond thinking? My brain never shuts up. Michael nodded. That's because you've trained it to think nonstop, and nothing else. After class, Eric approached him. Can this actually be trained? Michael looked at him carefully. Are you serious? Because this isn't a weekend hack. It's a rewiring of how your brain operates. Eric didn't analyze. For the first time in years, he didn't think. I'm serious. Michael smiled. That choice you just made, without thinking, that's your first taste of Hishiryo. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. We start. The next morning, at exactly 6 a.m., Eric arrived at the Zen Center. Michael was already there, sitting completely still. No phone, no movement, no mental noise. Sit, Michael said. Eric sat. This training has 4 stages, Michael began. Most people fail because they want results without rewiring. Overthinking isn't a habit, it's a default operating system. We're going to replace it. For the first week, Michael said, you won't try to stop thinking, you'll simply notice it. Eric frowned. That's it? That's everything, Michael replied. The instruction was brutally simple. Every time Eric noticed a thought, he mentally labeled it. Thinking. No judgment, no correction, no resistance, just awareness. Within 10 seconds of sitting, Eric's mind wandered to work. Thinking. Then breakfast. Thinking. Then whether this practice was working. Thinking. The thoughts came so fast, he could barely label them. After 20 minutes, Michael rang the bell. How many thoughts? He asked. Eric laughed. Hundreds, maybe thousands. Michael nodded. Exactly. You can't fix what you can't see. Most people don't realize they're thinking nonstop. They believe they are their thoughts. For 7 days, Eric practiced recognition everywhere, at work, while eating, during conversations. By day 4, something unsettling happened. Eric realized he was never present. While eating, he was thinking. While listening, he was planning his response. While walking, he was lost in future scenarios. His life wasn't happening, it was being commentated. On day 8, Michael introduced stage 2. Now that you see the thinking, he said, you need distance from it. He leaned forward. As long as you believe you are your thoughts, they control you. Once you see they happen inside you, not as you, everything changes. The practice was observation. Sit quietly, watch thoughts appear. Do not follow them, like clouds moving across the sky. Eric struggled. A thought would arise. This is pointless, and his reflex was to argue with it. Michael corrected him. Don't debate thoughts. Don't defend against them. Just watch. So Eric tried again. A thought appeared. I should check my email. Instead of acting, he watched it. He noticed the urge, the tension, the impulse, and then it faded. That moment was shocking. For the first time in his adult life, a thought appeared and didn't control him. By week 3, Eric could sit for 10 minutes just watching thoughts pass. At work, something new happened. A coworker said something irritating. The old response rose instantly. Correct him, prove him wrong. But Eric paused. He watched the thought and chose silence. That pause, that gap, was power. Stage 3 began in week 4. Now we silence the mind, Michael said. Eric was skeptical. Is total silence even possible? Michael smiled. It's your natural state. Thinking is the disturbance. Silence is what remains when you stop feeding it. The practice intensified. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, breath counting, 1 to 10. If a thought appeared, start over. Eric failed constantly. Thoughts hijacked him at breath 3, then breath 5, then breath 7. But slowly, painfully slowly, the gaps expanded. In week 6, something happened. Eric reached 10 breaths. No thoughts, just awareness. When he opened his eyes, the world looked sharper. Sounds were clearer. Colors felt richer. 90 seconds of silence. The most peaceful 90 seconds of his adult life. Michael explained it clinically. Your brain has 2 main networks. One generates thought, memory, rumination. The other activates during presence and action. When one is on, the other shuts down. You've lived in the thinking network your entire life. We're teaching your brain another mode. Eric began experiencing silence outside meditation, while walking, while eating, while listening, moments without commentary, just reality. Stage 4 began in week 9. This is where people change, Michael said. Silence isn't the goal. Action without thought is. Michael suddenly threw a ball at Eric. Eric froze. The ball hit the wall. Don't think, Michael said. React. Again. This time, Eric hesitated. Left hand, right hand, and missed. Again. This time, Eric didn't think. His hand moved. He caught it. Michael nodded. That's Hishiryo, action before thought. They trained this relentlessly. Instant movement, instant answers, instant decisions, no deliberation. At first, Eric felt chaotic, but gradually, something surprising happened. His instincts sharpened. He knew what to do, without knowing how he knew. Michael explained, thinking is slow. Life is fast. Instinct reads patterns your conscious mind can't process. Masters don't analyze, they respond. Eric applied this at work. Instead of analyzing for days, he trusted the first clear answer that arose, then explained it afterward. His performance improved immediately. His manager noticed. You're decisive now, he said, confident. Eric applied it to life, invitations, instant yes or no, texting, no rehearsal, speaking, no mental scripting. Life began moving again. 3 months later, Eric wasn't a different person. He was the same intelligence, without the chains. At work, he was promoted, not because he knew more, but because he could decide. In relationships, he acted. No endless hesitation. He asked someone out the day the instinct arose. She said yes. The biggest change wasn't external, it was internal. His mind was no longer a prison, it was a tool. Silent when not needed. Sharp when required. Here's the exact system. Weeks 1 to 2, recognition. Notice thoughts, label them, no judgment. Weeks 3 to 4, separation. Observe thoughts, you are not them. Weeks 5 to 8, silence. Breath counting, build moments of zero thought. Weeks 9 to 12, instinct. Make small decisions instantly, then bigger ones. Instinct first, analysis second, only if needed. Comment below. Day 1, Hishiryo begins. Most people won't. They'll overthink. That's the trap. Step out of it and now.